Self-deportation with an app. This is the new plan from the Trump administration just announced a few days ago. As you know, the biggest thing that they've been doing since day one in office is spread intimidation and essentially try to make people leave the United States voluntarily. They're going to try to deport as many people as possible, but the only way they can get rid of millions of people is if and when people are going to start leaving the United States voluntarily. And now there's an app for that. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, we'll talk about the new plan from the Trump administration to use a mobile app to encourage people to self-deport themselves and leave the country voluntarily. We're also going to talk about the process of deportation, what happens when you actually place in deportation, what are your options, and some important tips to give you to know what to do when you're faced in a situation when you are served with an order of removal. The reason why it's important is because all these efforts, you can see all these deportations that are happening, all the mass media coverage is doing one thing. It's encouraging people to essentially give up and try to leave the country voluntarily because they can't handle the stress anymore. They don't want to be picked up and removed. And it's important to put some order and understand what happens when you actually place in removal. Are they just going to pick you up and send you out of the country, or you have some rights? And we talk about this new app that they just launched a few days ago, understanding what it means, who might be using it, and why it's important to understand what the big picture is and where all these deportations are going to take us from here. If you're interested in this topic, please comment below. Let me know what your questions are. A lot of you are worried, are concerned, and that's why we're making this video. So let's talk about, first of all, what is this new app? And then I'm going to talk to you about the process of deportation, what happens when you're placed in removal, who is actually a target for removal, and what you should be doing when you're going to get that notice to appear to court from immigration as they detain you. So the new app is called CBP Home, and it's based on CBP One, the old app that was introduced under the Biden administration, helping people to apply for asylum. People could register on the app, and through the app could go through the asylum process. It was an organized way to register and move people through the process of asylum. Now, this app was discontinued as soon as the Trump administration took place, and now they're bringing it back in a different modified version where they're essentially telling people, if you register on this app, you'll be able to identify yourself, upload your identity documents, your passport, expiration dates, and then in return, the government will issue exit documents, I-94 cards, and other documents to allow you to leave the country within 7 days. Now, why would somebody even want to do that? What the government is saying, they're saying, you know what, if you're going to do this, if you're undocumented right now, we're going to be finding you, we're going to be looking for you. But if you're going to use the app, you're going to register, you're going to get these exit documents, and you're going to leave voluntarily, then in the future, you won't be barred from coming back to the United States. That's what they're saying. You won't be barred from coming back to the United States, and you'll be eligible to apply for new visas, even though you've been illegal in the United States all these years, even though you registered here in this app and you exit. They're saying that these people will not be barred from applying for new visas. Now, do we believe them? I don't really know, but they're saying if we catch you and detain you and deport you, then you're barred forever. You're never coming back to the United States. So that's kind of the incentive of getting people to use the app. Now, why is this coming about? Because right now deportations are in massive amounts. And the issue is this. So what happens? You're living in the country undocumented. Many of you watching this channel have been here, came on a tourist visa, came on a work visa, overstayed. You've been here 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Now you're worried because of what's going to happen. What will happen if, let's say, you are detained by ICE? What is the next step? So typically, if you're inside the United States, you've been here for more than 2 years. Now, let me tell you why I'm saying the 2 years. Because there's a new memo that came out just a few weeks ago, and it says, if you've been in the United States less than 2 years and we detain you and you're not documented, then they can expedite remove you, meaning that they will not allow you to go see a judge. And that's very concerning to many people who came here in the past 2 years. But if you've been here for more than 2 years, you've been here, 10, 15 years, you've been undocumented, you shouldn't worry about that because you should go through the regular process. And what is that process? The process is that, number one, you can get a notice to appear. Notice to appear to court, that's what they're going to say. The ICE agents, when they stop you, they're going to say you are undocumented, you've been here without a visa, and now you're getting into the system. Once you get that notice to appear, step number 2 is that you'll be eligible to appear for a master hearing. That hearing, the judge will verify your identity and you will see if you consent to what it says in the NTA. Step number 3, you're going to have an individual hearing. At that hearing, they're going to hear your case and make a decision whether you should be able to stay in the country or get deported. Now, remember, between this master and individual hearing and all that, this may take years. In the meantime, you should be free in the United States waiting for those hearings to go place. So remember, that is the normal way how removal proceedings are working in the moment. These things are taking years. So even if you get detained by ICE, you should be able to get a bond to get out if you're not a criminal. You should be able to speak with an attorney. You should be able to go through this process of going to your master hearing, individual, and eventually an immigration judge will make a decision. And again, if you have any equities, you're married to a citizen, maybe you had prior immigration filings, it is important to speak with an immigration attorney to determine your options. But why would somebody use the app and self-deport? Before we talk about that, if you're here for the first time, guys, please subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. And also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, if you're worried about deportation, send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationasap.com. Leave your details and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. So let's talk about CBP Home. Why would anyone register on this app? Well, there are many people who are here and they have no way to stay here longer. They have no relief. They're not married to a citizen. They maybe entered here multiple times. They have no possible relief. They're worried that they get detained at any time. That's you. And if you have no future prospects in the United States, if you go through that app and we believe what they say that you will self-deport yourself and in the future you may want to come back to the United States, then that could be an option for somebody that really has no hope, has no other prospects, have no other way to do so. Maybe it could be a good option. I don't know. First of all, scare people from staying in the United States, saying, listen, you have no hope, we're going to find you. The reality is that it's very hard to find millions of people. The second thing is it is a way for them to show that they're taking proactive actions to do good on their promise to deport millions of people. I personally think that this app has more behind it than what you think. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend any one of my clients to register on this thing, because people have options. You've been here more than 2 years, you've been working, paying taxes, you may have family members, there's many rules, many visas that are available for victims of crime, victims of people that are being abused at work, the U visas, the T visas, maybe even asylum, depending on where you're from in the world. So don't give up on your rights and options to try to get status in the United States. Talk to an immigration attorney. And most importantly, do not lose hope. Deportations are happening. They happen also under Biden. There's a lot of publicity right now. The most important thing is stay informed. Keep watching our videos. Let me know in the comments where you are in your immigration process and what other videos you'd like to see. As always, I'm here for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.